Welcome. You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. It is often said that your conscience shall be your guide. If your conscience instructs you to relive some of your magical childhood memories, and if you're like me, if some of those memories involved watching Nickelodeon Games Sports, in particular, Legends of the Hidden Temple, your conscience's voice must have been Kirk Fogg's. Due to its sudden popularity increase and the TV movie which was recently and unnecessarily made, but then again, what is Nickelodeon to do in this reboot everything phase that Hollywood is going through? Double Dare, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? This was produced. Pressman Toy Corporation's home game version of Legends of the Hidden Temple. For 4 to 12 players, ages 12 and up, I picked it up from the red, white, and blue thrift store in Patterson for either $2 or $2.99. That's right, 2 price tags. So, 2 or 3. 2 or 3. Either way, a dirt cheap price for something this quality, which is always the goal at this channel. You either play as teams or individually through a series of 4 rounds, and with more on those rounds, once again, our good friends at TTPM Toy Reviews.
In the first round, the moat, you've got to cross the moat. That involves rolling a die so that it shows your team symbol. When it does, you move your team's mover 1 space across the game board. When you reach the other side, it's your teammate's turn to roll the die and bring the mover back. But be careful, because if you roll the symbol of the team logo to your left, that means you've fallen into the water and you must return to start. Everybody is rolling at the same time, and the first 3 teams to make it across the moat and back again advance to the next round. But don't worry if you don't make it. Eliminated players get to take on the role of Olmec and Kirk Fogg, the talking rockhead and host from the game show. In round 2, the Steps of Knowledge, you must be one of the first 2 teams to answer 2 questions correctly. The questions come from the Book of Legends and are read aloud by the Olmec player.
Amelia Earhart was the first woman to A. exceed the speed of sound, or B. travel across the Atlantic in an airplane. Lori?
B.
That's correct. Take a step forward.
The 2 teams who move on to round 3, Temple Games, compete for Pendants of Life. There are 3 games to play in Temple Games. A cup flipping game called Golden Cup of Belshazzar, a ball bouncing game called Galileo's Cannonball, and a card slapping game called The Smashed Printing Plate of Frederick Douglass. This is a best 2 out of 3 scenario. The team who wins 2 out of 3 games gets to move on to round 4, the Temple Run. That team then has 3 minutes to roll the dice to move through the temple side of the game board, retrieve the lost treasure, watch out for temple guard cards and other obstructions, put together the 3-card silver monkey puzzle, much easier than on the show, and exit the temple.
So let's open this baby up. You get a welcome message from Pressman. Welcome, contestants. Before entering Olmec's temple and braving the temple gods, watch our instructional video, link will be provided in the description, more detailed than the one you just saw, for some useful tips and a quick overview of gameplay. Let's rock! Here we have the Book of Legends, plenty of folklore, plenty of myths and old wives' tales, but plenty of awesome legends told throughout here in this book in the form of trivia questions too. So keep this on hand. This is the 13-page instruction booklet. It also illustrates how you're supposed to assemble the game board, aka the temple. Arrange the game board panels with their numbers in the lower left-hand corner facing out, and with the doors at the top of each card touching. I'm not going to do it here, but you see how it's supposed to look like. And every game board is accounted for. So here we have it. We'll take inventory later on. But these are all the game boards, all the game panels to assemble the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Full set of contents for this, besides those 12 game panels. Double-sided, by the way. I apologize for the background noise. 3 Pendants of Life. We have 1, 2, and 3. 16 tokens, which stands 16 dice, 25 lost treasure cards, 1 book of legends, 2 golden cups of Belshazzar, 2 of Galil's cannonballs, 72 team cards, 3 Temple Run dice, 3 Temple Guard cards, 3 silver monkey cards, and 16 locked door tokens. You see them all here illustrated. The object of the game is to retrieve a lost treasure and successfully escape the temple. Contestants compete in teams or individually in 4 rounds: the Moat, the Steps of Knowledge, the Temple Games, and the Temple Run. At the end of each round, 1 or more teams is eliminated. Keep in mind that this game is meant to start with 4 to 6 teams with 2 players per team. If you're playing with fewer than 6 players, contestants should compete individually to ensure there are enough teams. And it looks like everything's accounted for. We have all the dice. We have the Pendants of Life. The Temple Guard cards. 1, 2, and 3. We also have the Lost Treasure cards in this section here. Let's just take out a few of them. We have the Musspot Hat of Johnny Appleseed. The Bifocal Monocle of One-Eyed Jack. The Golden Stallion of Alibaba. The Mask of Sakazulu. The Missing Eye of David. And the Golden Cup of Belshazzar. So here we got some team tokens. And what you need for Galil's Cannonball. The cannonballs themselves. The cups here serve double duty for the Golden Cup of Belshazzar and Galil's Cannonball. I have to say I would like the Golden Cup of Belshazzar better. Let's see if I can flip one over flat first. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Can you trust me to do this? Oh, absolutely not. Oh, maybe I can. Better the second time around. Granted, it did hit the side of the box. By the way, have a look at this. The box is actually quite small. And for all the contents that are packed in here, fairly compact. Now, this is not so compact that you can't really travel with this and play it on the go. But it takes up only a little bit of space. Which means you're going to have this on hand, and you're going to be very glad you did, because this is fairly awesome. Now, granted, there is no Olmec, and there is no Kirk Fogg. If you're eliminated from the game, you have to assume the role of either one. I would like to do Kirk Fogg. Anything to MC anything. You know what I mean? But Olmec is also quite fun. Specifically, you will have to channel your inner D. Bradley Baker to play Olmec. Fabulous veteran voiceover artist. And let's not forget the blue barracudas, the green monkeys. Why is this violet pink somewhat and not green? The silver snakes. I happen to tie with the silver snakes and the green monkeys as some of my favorite teams. The red jaguars, I guess the red jaguars would actually be my number one, because red is my favorite color. And that's about it. Those are all the teams. So put everything back where it was now. Did anyone out there love watching Nickelodeon Games Sports before the idiots at Viacom decided to do away with that? And again, have a look at the box now. That is fairly small. Welcome to the Hidden Temple. Follow your guide, Kirk Fogg, as he takes you through rooms filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legends behind the treasure in his temple. One of 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve it. The teams must prove themselves through intense physical and mental tests. In the end, only one team will earn the right to enter Olmec's temple. Can you pass the test, brave the temple, and find the treasure in time? This is a Target exclusive, but it made its way to the Thrift Store a couple of years later. This was made in 2017. I guess in response to the TV movie. The contents are also listed on the back. And it gets a 4.5 out of 5 because this is way too much fun to play. Even if you haven't watched Legends of the Hidden Temple, this can give you a really good introduction. The choice is yours, and yours alone, to pick this game up. Legends of the Hidden Temple fan or not. And believe me, I am a huge fan of this show. I'm a huge fan of Nickelodeon Gas in general. Next week, we got the Figure It Out Wild Style game, which may not be so wild style after all, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, as I said, the choice is yours, and yours alone, to pick this game up. But if you do, you'll be making a great choice. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the thrift side.